All right, so this is my gear display project. It's made of 2 boards. We got one up here on the dash and then one down here in front of the stick. And these 2 boards are connected up and they talk to each other. And this board basically displays the current gear you're in of your manual car. So I'm here in my 22 Subaru WRX. It's a 6-speed. And yeah, it uses these magnets here mounted on the shift knob, and it detects it via a 3D Hall effect sensor on this board. Communicates over I2C all the way up to the display driver, which has an ESP32C3 on the back of it, where it reads that magnetic field data over I2C, and then mapped based on the configuration you run on the device, it'll map that to a gear. So just to demo this, I'm just gonna put the clutch in, and so currently we're in neutral. I'm gonna put it in first gear, and you can see the display updates to 1. I'm gonna put it in second gear. See, it gets to 2, third gear, 3, fourth gear, 4, fifth gear, 5. I mean, you get the pattern at this point. Just to demo all the gears though, reverse. And so yeah, you can see it's working properly. It works on the road just as well, obviously. I just can't record myself driving while doing this. But yeah, so everything's working. And there's a couple other features. There's a screen on off. Ignore this, I was repainting part of my car. There's a screen on off, as you just saw. And then you can also enter calibration mode. It is powered by my car's USB port to USB-C here on this board. And that power also goes along with the I2C. But just to show like the startup sequence, I'm gonna unplug it real quick, plug it back in. You can see it has this nice little splash screen. It tells you how to calibrate it if you need to. And then it runs the initialization of the sensor. I just kind of made a fancy little UI there. And then it'll boot straight into normal functioning. So as soon as you turn the car on, since it's in your USB port, it automatically boots up and it'll get straight to work. So, you know, just getting in your car normally, you don't have to do anything. It'll automatically just start up. So you don't have to do anything. If there's no configuration data stored to the EEPROM, so it's stored on non-volatile memory on the MCU, if there's nothing already stored from a previous configuration, it'll automatically start the configuration cycle. And then at any time you can hit this button, just hold down, and it'll just go through a quick configuration process where you basically throw the car in each of the gears, and it'll tell you when to do so. And then each time it'll record the magnetic field at those gears so that it can map it properly to the gears. And that's how it knows which gear you're in when you're using it normally. So this configuration feature is pretty fast, and it just asks you to go through basically every gear, including left, middle, and right of neutral, which you'll see here in a second. Left side of neutral, middle of neutral, or center, whatever. Yeah, center. But yeah, so there's that built-in config. Now I'm gonna mess up my config by doing this, so it's gonna be all messed up now. But that was just a demo. Yeah, you can see now it has no idea what gear it's in because it just mapped every single gear to this same position. But yeah, this video's gone on for a little while now, but yeah, that is my gear display project, fully working, configuration, stored configuration in EEPROM, 2 boards, you know, integration in this like whole connector thing, first 2 board project as well. Lots of 3D modeling as well and 3D printing that went into this. But yeah, so everything is working perfectly. It's pretty fun to use. It's, you know, it's not really a useful gadget like necessarily because you know what gear you're in when you're driving, you know, for the most part based on a lot of factors. But you know, it's just a cool little thing to have, you know, to have my own little modification or like gadget built into my car. But yeah, that's like the whole demo pretty much. So everything's working, and yeah, that's my gear display.